Hey out there, Slot Car Land. How's everybody doing this fine weekend? Doubleheader weekend. Hope you guys caught the video yesterday about what to look. That would be episode 1 of this series about what to look for when you're buying an older set. What you need to look for, what should be in the set, what you absolutely need, and what would be nice to have if it's there. So check that video out yesterday. A lot of neat stuff about not ideas, but a lot of things to keep in mind when you find an older set and what you need to look for when you find it. So go check that video out. So today, it'll be technically episode 2 of this, rehabbing this Xlerator set. We're going to take a look at this car, the Xlerator car. Take a look at it, take it apart, clean her, see if she'll run, and all that good kind of stuff. The only thing we're not going to be able to do is, one, run it on a dyno, for 2 reasons. One, of course, it doesn't have a guide pin, because it's a slotless car. But the other thing, and this is why it is so important to make sure there's a power supply in the set you're looking at, and make sure you know that if it's the right one or not. This set runs on AC power, not DC power. So, little unique thing there. So if you're looking at an Xlerator set, and there's not an AC power supply in there, you're not going to be able to run it. So these cars run on AC power, not DC power. So what we're going to use the power pack for is to plug it in. And we'll use it to test the car. So as you can see, well, she was kicking there for a second. She's trying to go. So let's get we'll get the cameras down here. We'll get everything set up. And we'll start taking this bad boy apart, kind of talking about it a little bit, showing you little neat things about the Xlerators, and just working on it. Alright, so, of course, these are based basically on the T-Jet, based off of a T-Jet, pretty much. As you guys can see, they look a lot like a T-Jet, other than the pickup shoes and the wheels being cocked to one side. But most of and the little diode there in the back. But it's pretty much just like a T-Jet, just without a guide pin. So, then another thing you're going to notice about these cars is they don't really have a top plate. They have a bar, and then the motor, and then there's a gear on top of that, which is actually smaller than a T-Jet gear, and then you've got a gear cluster in the rear there. So, really, really strange. Alright, so, this does clip off of here, just like a T-Jet. So we have to go front side. Alright. And then the whole thing comes right off of the car, and this holds the gear. So basically this is just like an idler gear, and I don't know, it doesn't seem to come off of there. So it's riveted. Yeah, it's riveted to this piece, so it doesn't come off. So you're gonna have to get some oil in there and get that all worked through. So we'll just put you right there. So here's what it looks like, and it does look awfully dirty inside there. But this back gear comes off a shaft, so you can clean that all up. And then the motor just pulls out of the chassis, and it is also on a stud. And then the pickup shoes, these have spring-loaded pickup shoes, just like your Magna Traction cars. So let's take a look at the inside of, oh man. Yeah, I'd say she's dirty. Look at that. Man, that is really dirty. No wonder she doesn't run. So and it seems like the motor brushes might be May not have a spring in here. Motor brushes seem to be stuck. Let's get some rubbing alcohol here. Now, there we go. Looks like we also might need to do a little there we go, and that one has a spring with it. There we go. Might need to do the old heating trick with these. These look like these have not been cleaned in a very long time. Alright, so basically this is pretty much just like cleaning any slot car. It's just built a little different than most. So just good cleaning. And this, at least you don't have a gear plate that you're going to have to clean. These tires seem pretty like somebody's put some newer tires on them, because they're not that hard. Usually T-Jet tires of this vintage are not very pliable. Okay, so let's give this a little. The only sucky thing about that gear being attached is you really can't get up under there, get that clean. Very well. Let's take a look at this gear and see. Get outside, let it get clean a little bit. Where's my cap? Alright, now donkey. Let's try something here. There we go. There we go. Now it's looking a lot better. Alright. Get this out of here. So this is what the inside of the chassis looks like. Just to give you guys a little heads up here. Just to show you that. So, getting these. Okay, let's see if we can't get some of these oils out of this motor brush. Ooh. If you guys didn't know, if you need to get stuff out of the motor brush, these motor brushes will soak up oil like crazy. So if you take your soldering iron, this is a butane powered one, which doesn't need to be filled. Comes in kind of handy in small in tight places because we can put these in our slot car boxes and take them with us. All right, now let's put this bad boy back together. Let's see what we come up with here. Think. go in front. White goes in the back. I was right in the first place. So this way. Alright. Moment of truth. Let's see if she runs. Thinking maybe possibly that those motor brushes aren't making enough contact with that armature because they looked awfully squatted. So let's take this back out. There's one. Okay, now, there we go. All right, now, there we go. Look at there. Man, she sounds potent. All she needed was a little love, a little cleaning, and a little adjustment on those motor brushes, springs, and she's to life. It lives. All right. Man, that's got a nice armature in it. That thing sounds quick. This thing's got some oomph. So that's one down. So I'll work on this other one, get it, see if it'll, oh man, that might be a little bit of an issue right there too. Picked up some parts. So that's how you rehab. As you can see, these are a lot like T-Jets, so you're pretty much working other than, you know, little tweaks here and there the way they built them. But that one's up and running. I'll get the other one up and running. In the next episode, we'll start rehabbing the track and its connections a little bit, and see if we can't get it all nice and running to where it runs a car really, really smooth. Might even try and see if we can run the Ultra 5s on this set just for fun, just to see what happens. So that's this week's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be on the lookout for bi-weekly feature car next weekend. Also, don't forget about the Monday walk around. This week will be the part spin on Wednesday, the crash of the week on Thursday, and the speed shot on Saturday. And then we'll have the the bi-weekly feature car on Sunday. And then it starts all over again with the same shorts, except that week will be the Tech Tip Tuesdays. I can talk, really, I can. And then we'll be back working on this in 2 weeks. We'll start working on the track and we'll start rehabbing it and see if we can't get it to get some electricity all the way through it. So have a great week. Remember, keep that pin in the slot, or in this case, the shoe on the power rail, and keep the wheels on the downside. Keep racing slot cars. Keep having fun. Get those cars ready for fall racing, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. I'm out. Bye.